When you think about yourself and leadership, I think the first thing to remember, it's not about you. Leadership is about the organisation, and it's the people that you lead. I used to enjoy going to the Royal Military College Duntroon and speaking to the young officers there, just about to graduate and go off and lead and command. And I'd say to them, I can put the rank on your shoulder, but I can't make you a leader. Only you can make yourself a leader. You're going to do that through application, through study, through working all of the time, recognising that you're on show all of the time, that by setting and maintaining standards. So it's that personal recognition of your own behaviour and the values that you exhibit, the way that you work, that people have to admire you and respect you. And that's study and that's application. It's an understanding that leadership is about influencing people, not about directing them. You also have to understand that your personal attributes, that you've got to be healthy. You've got to be able to keep up a pretty hectic pace. And that's not just in the army, it's everywhere. I look at people that I know in the corporate world, people in the academic world and so on. You've got to be fit and healthy. You've got to be robust. You've got to be competent. And I think you're probably not going to be the best. You might not be the best accountant in Deloitte's to be the managing partner. I knew I wasn't the fastest runner or the best machine gunner in the army, but by golly, I tried. And you want people to see you trying. You need to be able to take some physical hits. You need also to be able to take some mental hits. So it's mental and physical robustness. To take some hits where you think, oh, gee, is it worth it? And I can remember some days and the press would have a hold of us and they'd be just beavering away trying to find out what was wrong. They can be pretty hard on you personally. One of the things I said to a lot of our guys was, fellas, leadership's a really lonely place in that you're there and you've got responsibilities and you're the one going to make the decisions. So have someone around you that can help you with that, whether it's your wife or your partner or a friend, or whether it's a trusted person. You need people that trust you and you trust them, that they can come and say to you, hey, you got that one wrong. You need to put yourself in a position where people can approach you. And in a large organisation, that can be pretty hard. And one thing I found, I think worked really successfully, was a web page. Any soldier in the Australian Army at any time could email me with a question, and I would attempt to answer them. And I found that really healthy. But you also have to put yourself in a position where people can come and talk to you. Go to social gatherings, go to sports fields, or go to places like that where there's enough time and you don't have people around you shepherding you and supporting you, where people can come up and talk to you. So it's about learning all of the time, realising that you're never going to finish on this leadership learning path. Keep the application and the study going. In terms of self-development, I can recall a couple of occasions where I thought, hell, this is working. And that's, I think it's important that a leader has a sense of confidence. And you shouldn't be asking feedback. You shouldn't be, and I know it's popular to do 360-degree reports and so on. And it's important to get that sort of feedback, but you also need to have a sense of confidence. I don't think you should ask people, how am I going as a leader? Because you'll probably get the answer that you either don't want. It's like asking your nickname, isn't it? I don't want to know that one. What did you tell me that for? But I can recall on a couple of occasions where things just clicked, where you thought, hell, it's working. And one is a very young officer. We'd been training for a long time. We went out on a pretty hard exercise. And I gave a series of instructions and everything just happened. And I looked around and the guys were doing things that they should have been doing. And I thought, oh, this is all right. I can do this. Another occasion, working overseas in the British Army with Gurkha soldiers. An ability to understand their culture. And this was different religion, different culture, different language. And I worked pretty hard to learn this different culture. And it said to me that it's pretty natural. That this leadership thing is about you and your personality and who you are. That if soldiers from the hills of Nepal can respond to me and I can work with them. And that was a really important occasion for me. So combining those sorts of things, and they're just almost flashes where it's an affirmation. It says, okay, this is worthwhile. It gives you a sense, well, it must be on the right path, but it does build your confidence because, as I said, I think leadership can be lonely. and you have to have self-confidence. Now, that must not be, I'm the leader, and you have to do as I tell you, but every now and again, people like to think, all right, that's working.